Да, удалось победить. Только почему-то на этих аренах я заметил, не выдержит, а вылетает. АБС прям. Ну прям ужас. Так лагало все, потом вылетело. АБС. И не хотел без краша восстанавливаться. Так что пришлось новый стрим начать, извиняюсь за предыдущий. Вылетает. Так, вроде бы более-менее нормально работает теперь. Понятно, лучше сюда не заходить вообще тогда. Такие... Да, правда, я все, как вы видите, хилки потратил на это задание. Не только хилки, еще много чего. Вот это, по-моему, все потратил даже. Но тем не менее, как видели, надеюсь, видели, победу получил. Да, признаюсь, со второго раза только с первого я проиграл. Тут я признаюсь.
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
Ну ладно, тогда давайте на 10-м стриме же продолжим.
Mrs. Twiddle, your husband was right. The statue was part of a puzzle. Right.
Oh, really?
The statue was part of a puzzle.
How exciting!
Yes. I had to destroy a number of large vases, and that seemed to activate some sort of charm on the statue.
Well done. Oh, I miss having someone like you around with a thirst for knowledge and a quick mind. Well, my curiosity has been satisfied. Thank you for that. Who knows what I'll encounter on my next constitutional? Oh, my husband would be so pleased to know he was right about that statue.
Да, хорошо. Да. Так, все отлично работает, я уже начал нервничать. Я ж второй тоже раз пытался пройти, но стрим опять вылетел. Я стрим решил не записываться, просто АБС вылетел с экрана без возможности. Пришлось перезапустить аж. Удалять все процессы и тому подобное, это вам не интересно. Так что давайте лучше шаг повернемся.
What are you up to now?
Try.
Да, странно, почему там вылетает тогда? Если даже здесь, когда так сильно падает FPS, не вылетает, а именно там вылетает. Это либо игру нужно будет патчить, либо ABS что-то с этим делать.
Revelio.
Have you finished your assignments?
I finished the tasks, Professor.
Well. I trust you are meticulous in your efforts. After all, shortcuts only ever lead to shortcomings.
Yes, sir, of course.
Good. Ordinarily, I'd say it's not my concern either way, but you I want to make sure you're well prepared. Talent and resolve are a potent combination. It would be a shame to let that go to waste.
Thank you, Professor.
Don't let it go to your head. Now, let's see how you fare with Diffindo. Wand at the ready. Focus. Diffindo can be dangerous if you're not paying attention. Very good. It seems you have a grasp on Diffindo. I would Diffindo! It's a pleasure to have a student who actually heeds instruction.
Хорошо. Ну тогда, наверное, основное задание. Это испытание. Класса заклинаний. Пойдем.
I did say I was sorry.
And you also went on to do the exact same.
I was hoping to see you.
Revelio!
Ну что, пошли
You're
к
back.
основному заданию.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. Nearly Headless Nick asked me to get some rotten roast beef from the kitchens.
Rotten roast beef?
Yes, I thought it was odd too. But then we took the roast beef to Sir Podmore of the Headless Hunt, and...
You met the Headless Hunt? That must have been interesting, to say
Yes. And then I had to find Richard Jackdaw's head in the pumpkins so that he'd tell me about how he died.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book. The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way. And a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves.
Revelio.
Опять этот сундук, который я не могу открыть.
Lovely to see you both.
To think it was beneath us all this time.
Да, обидно, что так предыдущий стрим так закончился. И этот продолжился так же плохо. Ну что ж, почему-то арена На арене будет тайпы начинают зависать во времени. Именно с АБС. А без АБС все идеально работает, кстати, на арене. Даже говорю, дважды пытался битву записать. Первый раз проиграл. Из-за того, что заметил, что стрим перестал идти, а второй раз уже попытался на паузе поставить, ничего не удалось, решил пройти и показать хотя бы, что победа получилась.
There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the map chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
You and your friend Charles spoke of the portkey and of trials you'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the Keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until, perhaps, now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Хотя бы так помочь.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
It looks familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
You said that you know that tower. What can you tell me about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. I've passed it dozens of times. It's north of Hogsmeade. My recollection is that it seems abandoned. Clearly, however, the tower conceals more than meets the eye.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful, and do not tell anyone where you're going.
Revelio.
Вот это задание хотел бы пройти в первую очередь. Карта мира. Не, границу я не хочу проходить. Но отсюда будет быстрее всего лететь. Потому отсюда и пойдем, скорее всего.
It's time you learned, Glacius, the freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you have done that, come and see me.
Так, вы подождите.
Fearful. Let's drop a pencil, babe.
Incendio. Defender. Incendio. Incendio. Defendo. Potato. Stupefy. Revelio. Cursed fiends. Potato. Stupefy. Revelio.
Думаю, через эту пещеру даже было не обязательно идти.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Over here.
Да, иду.
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists. Around a dozen I can see, but could be more.
Can't we apparate past them into the tower?
We could, but we've no idea what's in the tower. More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
Well, this isn't ideal.
No, it isn't. This way. And I'd suggest we use the disillusionment charm here. No sense in announcing our arrival.
What I wouldn't give for a cup of mushroom tea.
Quickly now.
Если подкрасться кого незаметно, вы можете наложить на него Petrificus Totalus. При этом слабые враги окончательно выводятся из строя, в то время как более сильные получат значительный урон. Понятно.
Stay hidden and cast Petrificus Totalus. Or, I suppose we could charge right into their mist.
Ooh, this shouldn't take long.
А где Petrificus снова?
Expelliarmus! Leviosa! Incendio!
Expulso! Such arrogance!
Protego!
Leviosa! Why don't you come up here and fight me? How childish! You well
Incendio!
Ramrock sense. Let's get this.
Defender! Protego!
Rather unwise coming back this way. I won't rest until you're stupid captain.
Revelio!
Что у нас тут?
Orders.
Обыщите
Directly
башню,
from
все
Ranrock.
вокруг, ищите что-то
These
связанное с
orders
именами.
indicate that they're after something to do with names. What names? And why here?
Если найдешь, возможно, мы наконец получим ключ к достойному будущему для всех голубых раннеров. С именами связано, надо сказать подсказки. Ой,
I will draw blood.
вот это нехорошо.
Leviosa! Incendio! Leviosa! Defender!
Is that the best you can do? A miss!
Stupid! Defender! Revelio!
О, попало собрали рябиновых отваров.
How on earth could they have known about this place?
It's more than mere coincidence that we encountered Ranrock's loyalists here. Revelio! Can't imagine the goblins know about the trials. They know that something is significant about this place, though.
Looks like we found the entrance.
It's locked.
Открыли,
An
да?
unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
Revelio.
О, это будет хорошо, то что мне не передать.
Someone was an avid reader. Can't say I'm familiar with many of these titles. I wonder who this is.
With robes like that, it could be anyone.
Слишком светло, поэтому не мешал. Так, вроде враги еще ждут недалеко.
Revelio.
Welcome to San Bakar's Tower.
Замок мы не можем открыть.
Hello, Professor. Did you say San Bakar's Tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter, though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Commanded to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back at the map chamber. Remember.